The War of the Rohirrim is an animated epic set in Middle-earth, exploring the legendary conflict that shaped the Kingdom of Rohan long before the events of The Lord of the Rings. The story centers on Helm Hammerhand, a fearsome king whose reign ends in tragedy and heroism. Unlike previous adaptations, this film introduces new characters and expands on Tolkien's original appendices, offering a fresh perspective on Rohan's history. The most significant change is the introduction of Hera, Helm's daughter, who plays a pivotal role in the war. In Tolkien's writings, Helm's children are briefly mentioned, but the film gives his daughter a name, personality, and an active role in the defense of Rohan. This adjustment adds emotional depth to the story, providing a new lens through which to view the conflict. The film begins with rising tensions between Rohan and the Dunlendings, a hill people who resent the Rohirrim's dominance over their lands. King Helm, though a mighty warrior, is portrayed as stubborn and unwilling to negotiate, which escalates the feud into all-out war. The Dunlendings, led by Wulf, form an alliance with the Easterlings, launching a brutal invasion of Rohan. Unlike the books, where Wulf's motivations are vague, the film fleshes him out as a vengeful warlord with personal grievances against Helm. This makes the conflict more personal and intense, raising the stakes beyond a simple territorial dispute. The invasion results in the deaths of Helm's sons, Harleth and Hammer, and the fall of Edoras, forcing the survivors into exile. A key departure from Tolkien's lore is the expanded role of Hera, who becomes a shield maiden leading the resistance. While the books mention Helm's unnamed daughter, the film gives her agency, making her a central figure in the war. She rallies the remaining Rohirrim, inspiring them to fight back even as they endure a harsh winter in the mountains. Meanwhile, Helm's legendary strength and fury grow, culminating in his last stand at the fortress later known as Helm's Deep. The film dramatizes this battle, showing Helm fighting alone against overwhelming odds, his horn blowing so fiercely that it shatters. His death, frozen in a standing position, becomes a symbol of Rohan's unyielding spirit. The final act follows Hera and Helm's nephew, Frelaf, as they launch a counterattack to reclaim Edoras. In Tolkien's version, Frelaf kills Wulf in a surprise assault, but the film may alter this moment to involve Hera more directly. This change would reinforce her importance in the narrative, possibly making her the one who avenges her family. The war ends with Rohan weakened but victorious, and Frelaf becomes the new king, establishing the second line of Rohan's rulers. The aftermath sets the stage for future events, linking directly to The Lord of the Rings. The Hornburg, where Helm made his last stand, later becomes Helm's Deep, the site of another legendary battle in the Two Towers. The film's animation style blends traditional hand-drawn techniques with modern CGI, creating a visually striking interpretation of Middle-earth. The artistic choices pay homage to the live-action films while establishing a distinct identity, with a painterly aesthetic that enhances the mythic tone of the story. The voice acting, particularly for Helm and Hera, brings emotional weight to their struggles, making the tragedy of their house feel deeply personal. Fans of Tolkien's work have praised the film's faithfulness to the source material while appreciating the new layers it adds. Some debates have arisen over the inclusion of Hera, but most agree that she enriches the narrative without contradicting established lore. Themes of pride, survival, and legacy run throughout the story, mirroring the broader struggles in The Lord of the Rings. Helm's downfall stems from his unwillingness to compromise, much like Boromir or Denethor in the later trilogy. Yet his sacrifice ensures Rohan's survival, reinforcing the idea that even in defeat, heroes can inspire future generations. The film also explores the cyclical nature of war, as the same fortress where Helm dies becomes a symbol of hope centuries later. These connections deepen the lore, making the War of the Rohirrim more than just a prequel, it's a vital chapter in Middle-earth's history. Ultimately, the film succeeds in expanding Tolkien's world while staying true to its spirit. By focusing on a lesser-known but pivotal conflict, it offers fans new insights into Rohan's past and the events that shaped its future. The blend of tragedy and heroism fits seamlessly into the larger legendarium, ensuring that Helm Hammerhand's story resonates just as powerfully as those of Aragorn or Gandalf. Whether viewed as a standalone tale or as part of the greater saga, The War of the Rohirrim stands as a worthy addition to Middle-earth's cinematic legacy.